Hey guys, Wise Gamer here, bringing you another indie game review. This time we're looking at Overfall, a game by Games. Came out March 1st, about 3 weeks ago. You can pick it up for $10 on Steam, and it's a fantasy role-playing game that I think you guys should definitely check out. That being said, let's go ahead and hop right into the review. So, Overfall. So basically, like I mentioned, it's a fantasy role-playing game where you have this like diplomacy involved, exploration, reputation to build between different tribes and everything too, and really a little bit more than just your standard like RPG that you would normally get out there. So basically, as you go through, you're these two heroes that are trying to go out in search of their lost king. You have like different quests and things that'll happen throughout the time, and as you sail on the sea, there's actually like these different islands you hop to, and they're inhabited by different creatures and humans, elves, like kind of the forgotten, like these different groups and races basically. As you go through over like 80 different NPCs, 100 different islands, 80 different enemies, all this different stuff to really kind of go in and play out the story. And every time you start the game, it's actually completely randomized too, so no two travels are ever the same, and you can basically keep replaying this over and over and over again. So as you go through, you're going to go through some turn-based combat, you're going to have to make choices and decisions and really kind of figure out and pave the way for the storyline here. So basically what will happen is you go through, and let's say you show up on an island and an NPC will be in trouble. One tribe is trying to hurt like a human or something like that. So you can choose to save the human, or you can choose to encourage the fight, or you can choose to just walk away. And doing these different things will build different reputations, which over time you'll become more friendly with them throughout your play, and then that'll open up new things to like quest and storyline and stuff like that as well. And then these decisions actually change what you can do in the future as well. So for example, on one NPC, I saved them and I wanted to be like a witch doctor, so it's a new playable hero that I can bring with my party. So I start with just 2 people, but later you actually have other people, you can get up to a 4-person party, stuff like that too. It's really, really neat. So it's all single player, and basically the fights work out on this like hex grid combat square type thing. Sometimes it's between 2 ships that when you like kind of crash into another ship, they'll like board you and fight you type thing, or sometimes you'll be able to trade with them. Other times it's just on the ground combat, and you have different spells, you have different heroes again. So for example, I was playing with like a warrior and a cleric, which is your starting classes that you're able to get. It's really, really neat the way they do that. Again, because it's all procedural generated, it's really neat that you kind of get like a different playthrough every single time. Now visually, the game is pretty awesome. Some people won't like the style, but I think it's pretty neat the way it kind of is all drawn out. It's all hand drawn, it's kind of like a comic book feel in a sense, but also like a very interesting style that I feel like I've seen somewhere before, but I'm not exactly sure where, and it really just kind of plays a really nice feeling to the whole game. Audio-wise, it's great as well. The sound effects are great for all the different spells and attacks and things like that. The music's awesome. I love the way it plays when you're on the high seas and everything too, and everything's just great there as well. Now replayability, I know I talked about this a little bit, but it does have those unique factors as far as like every time you play it's going to be different, the storyline's going to change based on the decisions you make. And then something else I haven't touched on just yet is it actually has like an editor built into it where you can make your own scenarios. So basically it shows like an example, I have it on screen here, and basically it's a workflow, it's like a web, I guess it's like a web brainstorm almost, or a web storm, whatever you want to call those, where it's like a linear path where it's like here's your 3 or 4 different options you can choose from with the NPC. And this is the text that's said, this is the action that happens, this is the requirements to get these options. So like a cleric might have some things that they could do versus a warrior can do something else because they have different skill traits and things like that too. And then basically it like progresses on, and it's like, okay, well if you do this, then this will happen, then this will happen, then this will happen. This is a reward at the end if you finish. If you don't finish, this happens instead. So it's really neat that you get to kind of make these own scenarios up yourself, and you can actually put those in the game, share them with other people, download other ones, and that just makes the game infinitively replayable at that point. Additionally, just with, again, the procedural generation with the world itself, and then all the different things that you can unlock, like other items, trinkets, skills, classes, stuff like that as well, it really means that you can put a lot of time to this game and not even play the same story more than once. Overall, I think there's not really much of a drawback at all. It didn't have a high learning curve. I was able to pick it up very quickly, hop right into it. The price, $10 for all of this, is really awesome as well. And really, I mean, you're getting a lot for $10. You're getting a really nice open world, a lot of playtime into it, and a lot of value out of it. Definitely recommend it. If you guys have any questions about the game at all, make sure you let me know. I have all the links down in the description like always, so you can check it out on Steam, pick it up for yourself. And I do these reviews 3 times a week, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You can check out my next review. Thanks, have a great day. Bye-bye.